everybody, Tony D and little Joan here with a Screenwriter's Rant on 6 Minutes to Midnight. No, this is not an Iron Maiden uh, concert film. This is a movie that takes place in 1939, summer of 1939, and it stars, dun, 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 Eddie Izzard. No, not you, doggy. Movies don't star dogs. Not anymore. Hollywood got rid of all those. Sorry. Here, you want to come up here? Come up here so you don't ruin the whole take. So Eddie Izzard, who looks different in this. I don't know. I guess it's the way they made him up. He looks. I guess because he wore a lot of makeup when he did stand up. Anyhow, he's a teacher, and he works at an English school, but he's also half German, and he's teaching. Basically the daughters of the bad guys from World War II. It's an all-girls school, and he's a teacher there. And, you know, the girls are overseas learning. And this is prior to the war. This is right before the war breaks out. And you can see them talking in German here, but he speaks German, so he's able to, you know, deal with the girls. And I got to say, Eddie looks and acts amazing just in this trailer, and Judi Dench is in it in a role that really fits her well. Apparently it's based on true events. I don't know how true they are, but you know, so these girls are essentially, you know, caught in the middle because the war breaks out while they're overseas at this school, and then the question is, what do you do with the girls? And also there's some intrigue. Eddie discovers traitors sending stuff to the German high command. So he's got a lot on his plate here. So he's got to warn people or turn in the bad guys, but he also apparently has to save the girls, because now they're looking to, I don't know, use them as scapegoats, I guess, for the war, and the Germans are coming to get them. I'm not exactly sure how it all works, but it's an interesting setup, because obviously, if they go to war, some of the guys on the enemy side don't want to bomb their own children. They want to get them back. And at the same time, the English might want to keep them around, so for that very reason, you know, so they don't get bombed or whatever. Screenplay by Cecil Jones, Eddie Izzard, and Andy Goddard. Story by Eddie Izzard and Cecil Jones. Oh, okay. Directed by Andy Goddard. Huh. Okay, interesting. So Eddie is very much involved in this. I'm glad to see Eddie in a movie and not, you know, going off the deep end about politics. He's very, very political. But I think in Europe, you know, being very political isn't such a drawback. People are used to it a little more. But yeah, I mean, he would be the equivalent if he was an American. He'd be a hardcore lefty Democrat. But that all being said, he looks great in this movie. And the movie itself looks very interesting. This looks like a part of the war that we've never seen before. On top of the fact, it's an interesting dynamic, like what's going to happen here. And because it's sort of like a one-shot movie, you know, anything could happen. I mean, they could all die. I don't know the true story, so maybe they all died. Maybe Eddie sacrifices himself to save the girls. Maybe they all go to jail and spend the war in a POW camp until it was over. You know, I don't know, but it's definitely a different take. Definitely a different take on the war, and you know, and Judi Dench, yeah, she's no slouch either when it comes to acting. So this looks intriguing, and I'm not a big World War II movie aficionado. I've seen my fill of that kind of stuff, and it's like kind of all the same. But this is interesting. So 6 minutes to midnight. It's coming soon. Lord knows when or where. I'm going to give it an upvote. 6 minutes to midnight. Check it out.